You all realize, of course, that the person in the video is my son. There are so many people here today that mean so much to me. I could go around this room and we would be here for an hour if I said something about each of you. You're all so very special to me. I just am absolutely honored and delighted that you're here with me today on this occasion that I find overwhelming. I would like to share with you my tale of two visions on this hill that come together today for me on this hill at this moment. The first vision is that of the city on the hill, otherwise known as UNR, University of Nevada, Reno. I first came up on this hill in 1957 to enroll at the University of Nevada, Reno, and it had fewer than 2,000 students. It was a party school. It had very little in the way of graduate programs. We didn't have Getchell Library. Our library was Clark Administration, where the president's office is today. And I would guess that today's John Bilbao Basque Library has about a third as many volumes as the entire University of Nevada library had at that time. We've come an incredible long way as an institution. We are now a very, very respectable university, and we are very well postured towards the future at this point. It's an exciting future. It's a very exciting future for Northern Nevada as a whole, but it's particularly exciting for this institution. And I'm so proud to have been a part of it. I can't imagine when I was going to school back then that we would ever be here today, not doing what we're doing, but with this city on the hill, which is 10 times as large in terms of student body as the institution that I attended. I would say that after I attended class, I would go over because they would have just completed its construction and muck out the restrooms in the Jock Travis Student Union, not the Joe Crowley Student Union. And that was my late afternoon job before I got in my car and drove out to Sparks to be a waiter and busboy in the Golden Rooster room at the Sparks Nugget. So I first met John Esquaga as my boss, and I was terrified of him, I might say, at the time. We've become friends over the years. And anyway, again, those are memories of how far this city on the hill has come and where it is going. My other vision is a dream on the hill, and the dream on the hill is the Basque Studies program. You know, John Bilbao and Robert Laxalt and actually William Jacobson, who just died a few months ago, we all worked on getting a dream, an impossible dream, off the ground in 1867. In fact, we had to invent the substance of the dream because none of us knew what a Basque Studies program might look like. And then over the years, those hundreds of people that President Johnson referred to became the architects, the prime architects of the Center for Basque Studies today. And I'm talking about the many students, the many visiting scholars, the many financial donors, the many politicians in Carson City, in both the legislature and the governor's office that supported the idea. I could go on, and it's just, so, you know, I guess that if I called myself a facilitator, I don't think I was being modest, I think I was being accurate. We built something. We built something that I am more than proud of. But this day is all of their day because there were literally hundreds and hundreds of people involved. And here we are, and now we have the Center for Basque Studies in this magnificent knowledge center, this cutting-edge knowledge center across the way. And I remember that when Wendell Morty, the president of DRI at the time, hired me to come out, and I was just a real green kid from the University of Chicago, and hired me to start a Basque Studies program, and he didn't know what that meant, and I didn't know what that meant, but he said, I'm going to get up here the fundraiser from the University of California system, and you're going to go on the road, and you're going to raise lots of money, and we're going to build a building for the Center for Basque Studies, or the Basque Studies program at the time. And I just probably said, yes, sir. And I went out on the road for about 18 months and tried to raise money, and was a total failure at it. I think I was more successful, however, at building something to go into that imaginary building. So here we are today, and it's kind of a 4-day weekend, because it started with Nevada Day on Saturday. And then those of us who were raised Catholics know about All Saints Day on Sunday. And then there was All Souls Day yesterday. And I kind of think of today as Dinosaur Day. Because to have bricks and mortar named for you, you have to be either dead or a dinosaur. Thank you so much for coming and sharing.